سلام، مهدی نوری هستم و توی این ویدیو میخوایم با هم بریم سراغ قسمت سوم از درس دوم کتاب American Headway سطح 2. این بخش رو میخوایم با هم دیگه با reading شروع کنیم. Reading and speaking. The happiness quiz. Look at the pictures. What are the people doing? Why are they happy?
They're spending time with their family, friends, or colleagues. They're having fun. They're doing some fun activities.
Read the introduction to the quiz and answer the questions. There are 3 questions here. 1. What does happiness depend on? Depend on means بستگی داشتن به. میگه شادی به چی بستگی داره؟ حرف اضافه depend on هستش. 2. What do you need to know about yourself? 3. How can you learn to be happier? Read this introduction and answer these 3 questions.
One. What does happiness depend on?
Your happiness depends on how you see yourself, what you want from life, and how well you get along with other people. Get along with someone means to have a good relationship with someone. این get along with someone یعنی با کسی رابطه خوبی داشتن که شما چطور با کسی کنار میاین.
2. What do you need to know about yourself?
You need to know yourself. What kind of person are you? What makes you happy? Do you know how to make yourself happier?
3. How can you learn to be happier?
If you can answer these questions, you can learn to change the way you think and behave. Now take the quiz and add up your scores to see how happy you are. But let's talk about the scores. For each sentence, you can give yourself 1 to 5. 1 means very true about you. 2 mainly true. 3 about 50-50. 4 not very true. 5 not true at all. برای هر کدوم از این جمله ها برای خودتون یه امتیاز در نظر بگیرین. از 1 که یعنی این جمله درباره من خیلی خیلی درسته تا 5 که یعنی اصلا این جمله درباره من درست نیست. Then add up your score. امتیازاتون رو جمع بزنید. How happy are you? 16 to 28, extremely happy, very, very, very happy. 29 to 40, happy enough. 41 to 52, about average. 53 to 64, not very happy. 65 to 80, cheer up, be happy. Life can't be that bad.
1. I take every opportunity to play, laugh and have a good time. یعنی از هر فرصتی برای بازی کردن، خندیدن و خوش گذروندن استفاده میکنم. 2. I usually take a vacation at least once a year. At least means minimum. حداقل یک بار در سال میرم تعطیلات. 3. I get pleasure from lots of different things. Art, nature, sports and friends. این یعنی که شما از چیزهای مختلفی میتونید لذت ببرید. بعضی آدما تک دیسیپلینی هم، فقط از یه چیزی خوششون میاد، میگم فقط طبیعت، یه کار دیگه ای نمیکنن. ولی بعضیا با طبیعت خوبن، با هنر خوبن، ورزش میکنن، دوستای زیادی دارن. شما جزو کدوم یکی از اینا هستین؟ 4. Sometimes I get really enthusiastic about things. enthusiastic یعنی هیجان زده، خیلی هیجان و انرژی بالا. میگه بعضی وقتا خیلی هیجان بالایی برای بعضی چیزا دارم.
5. I have the things in life that I think are important. چیزهایی دارم توی زندگیم که فکر میکنم مهمن. 6. I have a positive image of myself. نسبت به خودم یه دید مثبتی دارم. 7. I'm grateful for what I have and I appreciate it. When you are grateful for something, it means you are thankful for it. وقتی از این grateful for something استفاده میکنید یعنی برای چیزی متشکرید، نسبت به داشتن چیزی خوشحالید و بابت اون شکرگزاری میکنید. I appreciate it. قدردانی میکنم، تشکر میکنم. 8. I don't often feel jealous or envious of other people. معمولا نسبت به بقیه آدم ها حس حسادت ندارم. Jealous or envious. Jealousy is more negative than envious. Jealousy بار معنایی مفهومی منفی تری نسبت به envious داره، یعنی حسادت کردن. اما envious یعنی این که کسی یه چیزی رو داره، شما از این که اون این چیز رو داره نه تنها حالا خوشحال نیستین، اما خودتون میخواین اون رو به دستش بیارین.
9. I sleep well and wake up feeling ready for a new day. شبا خوب میخوابم و صبح وقتی بیدار میشم آماده یه روز جدیدم. 10. I stay in shape and I take care of myself. Stay in shape یعنی خوش فرم موندن، فیت موندن، یعنی باشگاه میرم، از خودم مراقبت میکنم. 11. I never feel stressed when I have a lot of things to do. وقتی چیزای زیادی برای انجام دادن دارم حس استرسی ندارم بهشون. 12. I don't feel afraid or depressed. حس ترس یا افسردگی ندارم.
13. I have close friends and people I share interests with. دوستای نزدیک و افرادی رو دارم که با همدیگه علایق مشترکی داریم. 14. I get a lot of satisfaction from my work, studies. Satisfaction means حس رضایت داشتن. To be pleased with something. میگه من رضایت خیلی زیادی از کارم یا درسی که دارم میخونم دارم. 15. My life makes a difference to other people. یعنی بودن من برای بقیه مهمه. 16. I try to help other people. من سعی میکنم که به دیگران کمک کنم. Now do this test and add up your score. How happy are you? The quiz is in 4 sections. Write one of these headings above each section. هر کدوم از این 4 تا هدینگی که بهتون داده با یکی از این سکشن های سوالا مچ کنید. یعنی هر 4 تا سوال یه هدینگ.
First one, your enjoyment of life. لذتتون از زندگی. Second, happiness with yourself. خوشحالی با خودتون خوشحال بودن. Third one, your health. سلامتیتون. And the last one, your relationships. ارتباطاتتون با بقیه، رابطه هاتون با بقیه افراد. دقت کنید که از این کتاب به بعد دیگه کم کم به شکل سوالای آیلسی هم پیش میره کتاب، به خصوص تو ریدینگ و لیسنینگ ها خیلی میبینید. این یکی از سوالهای خیلی مرسوم و خیلی سخت آیلسه. البته اینجا خیلی راحت مطرح شده. تو آیلتس خیلی از اینا داریم. یه پاراگراف هست که باید یه هدینگ براش پیدا کنید و مچ کنید.
What do you think? Here are the results of a recent survey about happiness. سروی به معنی نظرسنجی هستش. یه نظرسنجی انجام شده و این نتایجیه که ازش در اومده. Do you agree with them? شما با اینا موافقین؟ $50,000 per year is all we need to make us happy. یعنی $50,000 در سال تنها چیزیه که ما لازم داریم که خوشحال باشیم. Buying things doesn't make us happy. خرید کردن باعث نمیشه که ما خوشحال بشیم. Experiences such as vacations and living abroad make us happier. Living abroad means living in another country. Living abroad means living in other countries. یعنی خارج از کشور زندگی کردن. میگه تجربه هایی مثل سفر رفتن و یا سفرهای خارجی و یا خارج از کشور زندگی کردن ما رو خوشحالتر میکنه. Be happy with what you have. Stop wanting what you don't have. با چیزایی که دارین خوشحال باشین و همش در پی نباشین که چیزایی رو که ندارین به دست بیارین. Enjoy what you're doing. کاری رو که دارین انجام میدین دوست داشته باشین و ازش لذت ببرین. Do you agree with these? Now let's do the listening part, which is kind of interesting. Getting along with your neighbors. Neighbor is someone who lives in the same apartment building with you. Neighbor یعنی همسایه. Getting along with your neighbor, it means your relationship. رابطتون با همسایه هاتون. What do you know about your neighbors? چی درباره همسایه هاتون میدونید؟ How well do you know them? چقدر خوب میشناسیدشون؟ I want to give you an example. A couple lives in the flat next to ours. یک زوج توی آپارتمان کنار آپارتمان ما زندگی میکنن. Their names are Emin and Marve. He is an IT engineer and she's a PhD student. They don't have any children. And blah 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 blah. What do you know about your neighbors? Write a short paragraph for us in the comment. شما درباره همسایه هاتون چی میدونید؟ برای ما یه پاراگراف کوتاه بنویسید و اونو کامنتش کنید. What makes a good neighbor? Who is a good neighbor? چی باعث میشه که یه همسایه خوب باشه؟ کی یه همسایه خوبه؟ Let's read these ideas and you tell me if you agree or disagree with them.
A good neighbor is someone who always says hello. یه همسایه خوب کسیه که همیشه سلام میده به شما. Agree?
Yeah, I kind of agree with it.
Okay. A good neighbor is someone who doesn't make too much noise. Wow, yeah.
Definitely agree with it.
A good neighbor is someone who I never see. I would rather that.
But I don't agree. I mean, sometimes people need each other, you know?
A good neighbor is someone who minds his or her own business. سرش تو کار خودشه.
I totally agree with that.
A good neighbor is someone who invites me to parties.
No, not necessarily.
Not necessarily, yeah. A good neighbor is someone who feels at home in my house. Feel at home یعنی تو خونه من مثل خونه خودشه، راحته.
No, definitely not.
A good neighbor is someone who sometimes comes over for coffee. دقت کنید come over یعنی به خونه کسی رفتن یا اومدن. مثلا شما میتونید زنگ بزنید به دوستتون و بگید که Would you like to come over? Come over یعنی بیای خونه من. یا مثلا میتونید بگید که به دوست دیگه‌تون زنگ بزنید و بگید که We are going over to Jack's. Going over to Jack's یعنی میخوایم بریم خونه جک.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea if it's sometimes, but always no. Now you're gonna listen to two neighbors, Mrs. Boyle, as you can see her in the picture, the old lady, and Nathan, the young man in the picture. They're talking about each other. Read the questions because we're gonna listen to them and answer these questions. As always, read the questions first. Now let's listen and answer.
Track 27. Two neighbors, Mrs. Boyle.
I live in the apartment above that young man. I think his name is Nathan because I see the mail carrier delivering his mail. He never says hello. He doesn't have a job. Well, he doesn't go to work in the morning, that's for sure. He doesn't get up until the afternoon, and he wears jeans and a T-shirt all the time. He always looks messy. He certainly never wears a suit. Who knows where he gets his money from? It's funny. I never hear him in the evening. I have no idea what he does in the evening. There are people coming and going in and out of his apartment all day long. I have no idea how many people are staying. 4? 5? Don't any of them have jobs? He has a girlfriend. She's very pretty. Blonde hair, dyed. She's living with him. I know a lot of young people live together these days, but I don't like it, living together and not married. It's not right. He always makes so much noise. Listen, there he is now. Music! He's listening to music. Why can't he turn it down? It's so loud. Young people these days have no manners. They live in their own world, and they just don't care about other people. They don't even notice old people like me. He probably doesn't know who I am.
If you need to listen again, just rewind the video, listen again, and then we will check the answers.
1. Where is Nathan's apartment?
His apartment is below Mrs. Boyle's. من دیگه نیومدم اینجا بگم his apartment is below Mrs. Boyle's apartment. نمیخواستم کلمه آپارتمان رو دوبار تکرار کنم، برای همین با آپاستروف اس جملم رو تموم کردم. این Mrs. Boyle's یعنی ساختمون و آپارتمان خانم بویل.
2. Do Nathan and Mrs. Boyle speak to each other?
No, they don't. Mrs. Boyle said he never says hello.
3. What does he wear? What doesn't he wear?
He wears jeans and t-shirt. He doesn't wear a suit.
4. Does he have a job?
No, he doesn't.
5. What time does he go to bed? What time does he get up?
She just mentioned that he gets up in the afternoon.
6. How many people are staying in Nathan's apartment?
She said 4 or 5. She's not sure about it, but she said 4 or 5 people are living there.
7. Does he have a girlfriend? Where does she live?
Yes, he does. He has a girlfriend and she lives with him.
8. Why does he make so much noise? What's he doing now?
He always listens to loud music.
And 9. What does Nathan think about Mrs. Boyle?
This is a question that we have to listen to Nathan and answer. A new word that I want to check with you here is dye, and its past form is dyed. It means to change the color of your hair. رنگ کردن مو رو میگیم dye. D-Y-E گذشتش dyed. یه جایی منشن کرد این میسیز بویل که دوست دختری داره که dyed her hair blonde. نه که مرده. این دای با اون دای فرق میکنه. به معنی رنگ کردن مو. Now, let's listen to them again. This time we're going to listen to Nathan and answer the same questions.
Track 28. Two neighbors. Nathan.
I have this new apartment. It's so nice. I really love it. I'm having such a good time. The only thing is that it's below an old lady, and that's a little bit difficult. Her name's Mrs. Boyle. I always say hello when I see her. How are you, Mrs. Boyle? Nice day, Mrs. Boyle, and all that, but she never answers back. She just looks at me. I think she's deaf. She probably thinks I'm unemployed because I don't go out to work in the morning and I don't wear a suit. I think I wear really cool clothes. Well, I'm a musician. I play the saxophone, and right now I'm playing in a jazz club. I don't start until 8 o'clock at night, and I finish at 2 o'clock in the morning, so I sleep from 3 to 11. There's only me living here, but my apartment's a little busy right now because some of the other guys in the band are using it to keep their instruments in, so they're always coming in and out. I have an amazing girlfriend. She's the singer in the band, and she's so beautiful. She lives on the other side of town, but obviously I see her every day because we work together. She comes to my place sometimes. I know I make noise because I practice my saxophone sometimes. See what I mean? What can I do? I have to practice somewhere. I know that old Mrs. Boyle is always watching me. It's sad because she has nothing to do. I feel sorry for her, and I'm always really kind to her like I am to my own grandmother. But she's so suspicious of young people. She thinks we're all no good and that we're lazy. It's just not true. I work really hard.
1. Where is Nathan's apartment?
It's below Mrs. Boyle's.
2. Do Nathan and Mrs. Boyle speak to each other?
Yes, Nathan tries to speak to her. He says hello, but she never answers. اینجا دقت میکردین نیثن گفت که I think she's deaf. deaf یعنی کر، نمیشنوه، ناشنواست.
3. What does he wear? What doesn't he wear?
He wears jeans and t-shirt. He doesn't wear a suit.
Does he have a job?
Yes, he does. He's a musician.
What time does he go to bed? What time does he get up?
He usually sleeps during the day and he goes to work at night.
How many people are staying in Nathan's apartment?
He's alone, but there are people coming and going who are his colleagues.
Does he have a girlfriend? Where does she live?
Yes, he does, and she lives on the other side of the town. اونور شهر زندگی میکنه، خیلی دور خونش.
Why does he make so much noise? What's he doing now?
He's practicing his saxophone.
And what does Nathan think about Mrs. Boyle?
Nathan feels sorry for her.
Feel sorry for someone یعنی برای کسی دلسوزی کردن، وقتی دلتون به حال کسی میسوزه. And there is some vocabulary that we want to check here. Unemployed. Unemployed, it means a person who's jobless. کسی که شغلی نداره و بیکاره. نیتن گفتش که she probably thinks I'm unemployed. به خاطر اینکه من از 3 تا 11 میخوابم احتمالاً فکر میکنه که من بیکارم. It's an adjective. Suspicious. Suspicious. It's also an adjective. مشکوک بودن به کسی. Suspicious. آخرش گفتش که I think she's suspicious of all young people. فکر میکنم به همه جوونا شک داره and thinks that we use drugs or things like that. و فکر میکنه که ما اهل مصرف مواد و اینجور چیزا هستیم. Making conversation. It's the first day of a new school semester. semester به معنی ترم هستش. میگه شروع ترم جدیده. Now listen to the conversations between 2 students and 2 teachers. John and Maria, Maggie and Jean-Jacques. The teachers are trying to be friendly. Which conversation is more successful? Why? معلم‌ها دارن سعی میکنن که رفتار دوستانه‌ای داشته باشن. به نظرتون کدوم یکی از این conversation ها موفق تره و چرا؟
Track 29. Making conversation. 1. John and Maria.
Hello. My name's John. What's your name?
Maria,
Hi, Maria. Where are you from?
Florida.
Ah, okay. Where in Florida are you from?
Tampa.
Ah, Tampa. Right. And what do you do there?
I'm a student.
I see. And are you enjoying Los Angeles?
Yes.
Well, I have a class now, Maria. Bye. See you again.
Bye.
2. Maggie and Jean-Jacques.
Hello. My name's Maggie. What's your name?
My name is Jean-Jacques. Nice to meet you, Maggie.
And you? Where are you from, Jean-Jacques?
I'm French. I live in Paris. Paris, as you say in English. But I'm from the south, from Provence. Do you know the south of France?
Yes, I do. It's beautiful.
It is. And you, Maggie, where are you from?
I'm from Canada.
Oh, really? I've never been there, but I'd like to. It's a beautiful country, isn't it?
Very. Lots of mountains and lakes. What do you do in France, Jean-Jacques?
I'm an architect. I designed very expensive houses for rich people.
Wow. That's an interesting job. Are you enjoying Los Angeles?
Very much. I'm having a really good time. I think Los Angeles is an interesting city, and there's so much to do. And you, Maggie, what do you do?
Well, I'm a teacher. I work here.
Oh, really? What class are you teaching?
3B?
Oh, that's my class. You're my teacher.
Oh, how nice. Well, it's 9 o'clock. Let's go.
Good idea. I'll follow you.
Maggie and Jean-Jacques' conversation was more successful because they could communicate, they talked about different things, and they started a kind of good connection together.
In order to have a successful conversation, it helps you if you add a comment. یعنی وقتی کسی بهتون چیزی میگه، اگر که دارید باهاش مکالمه میکنید بهتون کمک میکنه اگر که بیاین یه کامنتی رو اون چیزی که گفت بگین. nice. How interesting. I'm sorry. Or ask questions. شما هم سوال بپرسین، فقط جواب ندین. اگه ازتون میپرسه where are you from? You can also say what about you? Where do you come from? Don't just answer yes or no. فقط جوابای کوتاه مثل ماریا ندید yes no. این یعنی که کلافه شدم و دیگه نمیخوام باهات کانورسیشن رو ادامه بدم. And express interest و نشون بدید که شما علاقه دارید که این کانورسیشن ادامه پیدا کنه. Match a line in A with a reply in B. Look at the example. What a nice day is it today?
Yes, beautiful, isn't it?
Let's check our answers. Are you having a good time in Los Angeles?
Yes, I am. It's a very interesting city.
3. Have a good weekend.
Thanks. Same to you.
Same to you or you too also you can say. 4. Did you have a nice weekend?
Yes, I did. It was really good.
5. What are you doing tonight?
Nothing special.
6. How's your mother these days?
She's okay, thanks.
7. Did you watch the game last night?
No, I didn't. I missed it.
از دستش دادم. حالا به هر دلیلی. I missed it. 8. I like your shoes.
Thank you. They're new.
9. If you have a problem, just ask me.
Thank you very much.
And now it's your turn to make a conversation. Choose one of these lines and make a conversation. Try to keep it going as long as possible. Let's have an example. I went on vacation last month.
Oh, really? Where did you go?
We went to Antalya.
That's a perfect city for a summer vacation.
Have you ever been there?
No, unfortunately, I've never had the opportunity.
There is also another example that you can listen to and compare. یه مثال دیگه هم هست که میتونید الان بهش گوش بدید و مکالمه خودتون رو باهاش مقایسه کنید.
Track 31. Keeping a conversation going.
I went on vacation last month.
Oh, really? Did you go away?
Yes, I went to Italy.
How nice! Italy's beautiful, isn't it?
I think it's fabulous. I love all the history.
Yes, and the buildings, and all the art. Where did you go?
Well, I went to Florence, and I spent a few days visiting the museums.
Oh, fantastic! Did you see the statue of David?
It's amazing! And then I went to see some friends near Siena.
Wow! Lucky you! Was the weather nice?
Well, actually...
و اما رسیدیم به پایان بخش سوم و پایان درس دوم از کتاب American Headway سطح دوم. حالا وقت اون رسیده که بریم و هم تمرینات کتاب کار رو حل کنیم.